The Zhang Youxia case is heating up fast. Beijing is in a high-pressure time. Zhang Youxia's family is said to have moved altogether. A harsh word from Zhang Youxia criticizing Xi Jinping is spreading like crazy in the army. It's hard to tell if it's true or fake, but it hits the most sensitive spot right now. What's shocking is that a public letter from a third-generation official suddenly flips the table. It puts Xi Jinping's personal corruption out in the open. And that secret letter said to be left by Zhang Youxia cuts right to the core. It points out that inside the Chinese Communist Party, there are still two centers. Army power and political loyalty are picking sides again. Army anti-corruption has been pushed onto the political battlefield. It sets off big shakes in the power center. On the surface, it's still calm, but underneath, dark currents are rolling. In today's show, we will break down these hot clues. Let's see where this storm is brewing to blow. Beijing's famous political scholar Liu Zhang posted on X platform with big news. Reliable info says the big hero's direct and side relatives have all moved out of Beijing as required. They went to live south of the capital area. Like when Liu Shaoqi went to Henan back then, or Deng Xiaoping's whole family went to Jiangxi. If the rumor is true, this kind of political setup is a familiar political trick. In the history of fights inside the Chinese Communist Party, dealing with top people often isn't making them disappear right away. It's first, space isolation. From Liu Shaoqi being sent down to Henan to Deng Xiaoping's family moving to Jiangxi, these setups look like life changes on the surface. But really, it's political cooling. Cut off social networks, reduce influence, let a person naturally fade from the power structure. Some analysis thinks this way's core logic is to remove sinners. When a respected person's relatives are moved to new places, it's like redrawing his power map. The Chinese communist system is best at not public trials, but quiet breaking down. From outside, everything looks normal, but inside, power has already shifted. Worth noting is that in history, similar setups often happen in times when power is very unstable. It's both a control tool and a signal. The risk isn't over, the fight is still going. The real end never is about where they move to, but if they can move back later. Chinese communist fight history also shows again and again that edged-out people sometimes vanish, but sometimes come back on stage in bigger changes. Related news also sparked hot talks from netizens. If the news is true, compared to the worst case where all are caught or controlled, this result is at least a bit better. If the relatives end up all placed in Shong'an New area, in a few years, it might be full of people and booming. No one running to Sichuanshu area? That place is easy to defend and hard to attack. The big hero's direct and side relatives are also Red's second generation, afraid of linking up. What really worries is maybe those in Qincheng linking with each other. Up to now, the event is still brewing. A military insider using the fake name Xin Zhanhui revealed that the current situation's final direction is still unclear. There's still a chance to flip. As long as still alive, can always wait for the result. This statement hints that the army is still watching the current political fight's end. They think the power setup still has changes. In this very unsure air, rumors often run faster than facts. After Zhang Yuxia's fall, a very hurtful saying started spreading in the army. He once privately blasted Xi Jinping as greedy for life and afraid of death. If this sentence was said exactly like that, outsiders can't check. But its spreading fast itself shows a deeper problem. The army's mental distance to the top is getting bigger. The description from army insider circles is that the conflict didn't form in one day. Xi Jinping and top generals like Zhang Youxia have sharp splits on Taiwan military, pandemic handling, and more. During the pandemic, army tops' unhappiness with Xi Jinping hit a peak. Zhang Youxia and other army commission leaders, plus many active and retired soldiers, privately strongly criticized Xi Jinping during pandemic for avoiding risk, not going to front lines, greedy for life, afraid of death, but still seeking re-election. Xin Zhanhui once told Epoch Times that Xi Jinping during pandemic never really went deep to front lines. His only so-called visit to Army Hospital was actually in a 100 square meter big hall via video link. Real medical workers were in other areas working. This way caused common upset in the army. He said, not just active soldiers, retired people and army families at gatherings all criticize. What has he turned the country into? And Zhang Youxia during pandemic took a negative handling way. Xin Zhanhui quoted army insiders saying when Zhang Youxia met visitors, he acted sick and low energy on purpose. But after visitors left, he went back to normal right away. Clearly, just not cooperating with top levels' plans. After pandemic ended, Zhang Youxia went back to normal duties, showing his health had no real problem. During pandemic, front lines under pressure versus rear command formed strong contrast, so feelings started brewing in private. When criticism is no longer just at policies, but points to leaders' character judgment, it means unhappiness has crossed system level into human level. Official labeling of Zhang Youxia and Liu Zhenli is very heavy, almost like making army splits public. Normally, this level of cleaning should come with unified statements, but real reaction leans to low-key and watching. This silence isn't empty, but a group calculation. Before power end is clear, no one wants to bet early. What really worth watching isn't if some blast is true or fake, but why it has soil to spread. When a system starts to allow top leader privately questioned imagination space, it means power's trust base is loosening. Political fight's first signal often isn't arrest lists, but trust loss. Now the army is more like a high-pressure container. Outside quiet, inside air pressure keeps rising. It might not explode right away, but everyone knows the system has entered sensitive zone. As for if this pressure turns into cleaning, regroup, or more fierce power shakes, time will give its own answer. Shin Jianhui also pointed out that the core conflict between Zhang Youxia and Xi Jinping focuses on Taiwan issue. Zhang Youxia and most army top generals oppose force attack on Taiwan. Army top generally thinks real war will cause heavy deaths and gear loss. Your hard-built army branch might get wiped out all at once. Generals think in peacetime can do military drills, show strength, but real war's risk and cost is totally another level. Shin Jianhui analyzed that Xi Jinping pushing force unify Taiwan's core motive is to firm up personal power. He now totally doesn't dare step down. Once he does, his family's corruption problems will all be shaken out. By chance, lately online spreads a public letter from a third-generation official to Xi Jinping, exposing Xi's corruption completely. The letter's content is like this. You old man, right now, instead of strongly anti-corruption, better to support corruption. Anti-corruption for 13 years, you fight more and more corruption. You might not know, corruption helps the country under your total rule. Society, economy grow. But anti-corruption only makes country economy stuck in mud, people hard to live. Here I give you an example of 5 sides all win. Like when you were Fuzhou's secretary, at that time a Fujian Hong Kong businessman came back to develop. He wanted to build a big-scale mall, but if can build, it's you Fuzhou boss who says. No matter how rich businessman, in front of you all are common people. Even Lai Ka-shing is no exception. No one leads, stand 2 more minutes at city committee yard front, might get tied by Wang Xiaohong for questioning. Businessman after many asks knows you trusted most then was Fuzhou Police Deputy Chief Wang Xiaohong. So gave a small red envelope to a city bureau small cop. Successfully met high-up Wang Xiaohong Deputy Chief. After a big fancy meal, Wang Deputy Chief patted chest to businessman say, tomorrow take you see secretary. Businessman heard, super happy, smartly gave a bigger red envelope, and said, this is small thing. After done, must heavy thing. Words made Wang Deputy Chief laugh big straight praise, businessman smart. Next day, in Fuzhou most fancy hotel private room, businessman finally met you. Another big fancy meal after, you learn businessman come invest build mall. Right away, happy dance hands. This isn't coming to give me performance points. If this done, next year I must enter province standing committee. You think happy like that in heart. So, in cups crossing, you set the thing. Businessman here done, not first time happy toast with you, but suddenly rush out room. In you and Wang Deputy Chief and Secretary surprised blank looks. Businessman soon pull a big suitcase in. Businessman, while open suitcase, while smile full face to you, say, this is small meaning. Later hope you take care more. When suitcase open, you and Wang Deputy Chief and Secretary all shocked. That was whole suitcase RMB. Then seeing that suitcase money, you slap. 1. Table shake loud, then angry face to businessman say 1. What are you doing? Then angry take secretary leave. Wang Deputy Chief also follow out, send you off. Businessman scared silly stand there not know what. Then Wang Deputy Chief came back, see frozen businessman. Half smile pat businessman's shoulder say, you. Too not smart. Where send money like this? Tomorrow put money to this account. Your thing done. Businessman take Wang Deputy Chief small paper after, no you not really mad after, right away, happy dance again. After businessman with your help built mall, created over 800 jobs. Year add near 10 small goals GDP for Fuzhou. Same time, also let city money, income increase. Second year, you also enter province standing committee. One trick, eat all. You taste sweet after. In next year's use this way, quick flip Fuso GDP many times. For you, 99 become governor. Set performance base. In this deal, Yuan Wang deputy chief got deserved good. Businessman reached build mall invest goal. Fuzhou people got jobs. Country got GDP same time. Also increased money income. So this is five sides all-win deal. Though not understand, officials take money, do things exactly in your eyes, what harm and break to party and country. But you one side pay few thousand money, one side strict ban them, use hand power trade money. This both not want feed horse grass, but want horse run fast way, is real reason make them betray you, betray party. So, your high-pressure anti-corruption is a five sides all lose political move. One belt, one road? Why can't go on? Shulngan new area? Why fail? Russia-Ukraine war? Why Russia can't win? 20th Congress attack Taiwan plan? Why fail? Isn't that no money cause? So your anti-corruption really makes self-poor same time. Also let follow you mix that Africa, Asia, Latin brothers also poor. So stop anti-corruption is now only your save country, save party way. This respect, salute. Besides the red third generation's public letter to Xi Jinping, online lately also spreads crazy a so-called secret letter prepared by Zhang Youxia before arrest. In letter, his fall is read as political split, not just simple corruption problem. Xi Jinping's anti-corruption, no longer clean corruption, but clean stance. So army anti-corruption's nature also pushed to political battlefield. About army anti-corruption issue, Shin Jianhui thinks, army buy-sell official spots and pass common, including Zhang Youxia and top generals promote time, hard to avoid. But now, anti-corruption move has turned to political fight tool. Xi Jinping picks on generals he doesn't like, put corruption hat, but army corruption system blame should be top Xi Jinping take. He said on this, some major generals because not pay, not even up to lieutenant general, even to Zhang Suyu's son, because refuse bribe stop at major general. More interesting is, in Zhang Yuxia's secret letter, mentioned Hu Jintao, released sensitive signal. Inside Chinese Communist Party still two centers, name top core and real run shadow core, exist same time, pull each other. Xi Jinping though caught Zhang, Liu too, but not fully control army power. Anti-Xi side took some Xi power, both sides fierce game. Army generals to who political loyal also face new pick side choice. This secret letter, though maybe not Zhang Yuxia own hand, but content fits Chinese communist fight real and true conflict. Cracks long exist, just float up again.